Hello everyone and welcome to another video with Cass on the Maizuma channel. What a messy place! And welcome guys, this is one of my servers. It runs on Minecraft 1.13.2 Java Edition, and I've been here recently with Dockham. And this inspired me to make this separate video just to show you guys what is going on. So I'm going to show you this server and yet another server that was created before this one that runs on 1.12.2, and you guys will be able to see basically the backstage of a lot of my projects. I do design most of my stuff in single player, but sometimes it's good to have things on servers where you can brainstorm ideas and things like that. So if you watch it, the most recent episode by DocM77, he built this Simon Says mini lock on his on Hammercraft, and then those are some of the stuff that we went through in order to build that. So I want to get you guys into more of the details of about some of the things that are in here, and then, well, hopefully I will be able to show you guys some cool stuff, share some nice ideas with you guys. Yeah, you can see the H door that I created with Spacewalker some time ago. Really neat design. Very well synchronized door. Yeah, there's a tutorial for this on my channel if you want to check out. This is a diamond jacuzzi that Doc, where Doc spends lots of time with Ren Dog. I don't know, don't ask me. Here's the mini Simon Says game or memory game, mini lock. And what it does is it gives you a sequence, and if you're able to match the sequence, then you can activate something like a door. Now, let me actually show you the first prototype, which is this big one down here. So yeah, you hit this thing in here. Oh, this is really easy. And if the sequence is right, then we get a little tune. This lamp blinks, and then the door opens. Lots of stuff, really lots of stuff. But we are just, you know, trying options in here. And then, yeah, we first came up with this input panel, and as you can see, this is an overkill interface, because you get the sound output every time, but you also get the lamp output and the color block pops out. So yeah, all sorts of outputs to aid you in remembering the sequence. It has a fixed sequence of 4, but yeah, we can expand this. The first prototype uses this thing, which is a sort of memory latch or memory array, and it's really cool. It's specifically designed for this project. It's very fast. When the song is playing back there, it's capable of recording the information in real time, which is what it's doing from bottom to top. And then when you input something like here, for instance, stuff gets recorded in there. Yeah, and then you can just compare the two and then output something. This is the isolated memory array in here, one of them at least. We used one to record the sequence, and the other one to check the sequence and compare it to what it's supposed to be. And this is a really weird system in here. It's limited. It stores signal strength in here. This is how I store all the input, so I can have different values inside those cells. Is this the reset thing? I guess it is. Yeah. And the way it works is when you input anything in here, the signal gets trapped by this pair of comparators. But then the input also gets locked. You can see there's a repeater pointing towards the input in here. So next time it gets a new value, a signal strength value, it's not going to be able to overwrite this other one. And what it also does is it uses these torches in here. So when there is data in here, it also enables the next cell. So as you can see, all the cells are locked because this redstone signal kills the comparators in there. And then this is basically how the memory cell works. And as you can see here, I extend the signal strength. So if you store, for instance, a level 10 in here and you try to store a level 10 on the next cell, it's going to be stored as an 8. But it doesn't matter because the two cells get compared anyway. So this is a very fast way of storing small amounts of information. Over time I improved it, and now we have this one. This one is not infinitely expandable, very much limited. This one is can store more different signals, and then it's infinitely expandable, as you can see here. Here we have a dual array that gets stored in order, and information actually gets compared. There is some information here. You can see that the redstone dust is turned off and the other ones are on. So I can reset this thing by pressing this button. You can see the other stuff turning on. And I can reset this other panel in here. All right, so let me do a quick demonstration. So let's say if I press 1 in here, this is going to be signal strength 1 on the other end. And if I point towards this thing, you can see that this is signal strength level 1, and there is nothing stored on any other cell. If I press 2, then the second one is going to get second register is going to get loaded with signal strength level 2, and it will preserve the first one. And then I can press, for instance, this other one, which is going to store 14 on the third cell. And yeah, this is how this works. And yeah, those lamps turn on because the information inside this memory array is not the same information that is stored on this other memory array. And I designed it to be an expandable system. So if we store the same information on the other side, so I guess it was a 1 followed by a 2 followed by a 14, this lamp will turn on. Come on, don't make me look bad here. I'm recording. Okay, it turned on. It's a really huge system, guys. So yeah, all the lamps turned off because they compare to each other and they're not different. If I try to store something else, then this lamp turns on, indicating that the arrays are now different, and the lamp turns off because they're not the same. Then there is this panel here. This wasn't featured on DocCam's video, and this is something that I want to use at least in 2 of my minigames. This is a 3x3 little display that can display different symbols. Yeah, you guys can get any ideas. You guys can try to guess what this is going to be. And yeah, all the configurations are pre-encoded in here, so I can display this. I can just flick any lever in here and a different symbol will show. Yeah, like this dot. This is not really interesting. Can I have something more? Yeah, like the equal sign in here, for instance. Okay. Then there's this minecart system, which is really cool. And this was supposed to be a seamless multi-station system that basically allows you to click a button and then get to whatever station you want, and the rails would be turned automatically. Everything happens underground. This is a prototype. This is not ready, guys. So yeah, in the end, everything would be seamless in here, and you wouldn't be able to see any of the redstone. Like here, for instance, in the future, I will have a torch underneath these things, and then the rails will be moved down, and then everything will be seamless in the end. But yeah, now I can show you some stuff. I'm just going to use water bottles because it makes everything simple. Okay, so what you do is you hop on the minecart and then you press a button, for instance, and it will do something, and internally it's going to fill this minecart here with some stuff. I think I know one of the programmings by heart, so I think it's this, then 5. This is what I showed on DocCam's video. 5, one more, and then I think it's 6. So if I'm not mistaken, what this will do is it will go around 3 times in this ring, and after 3 times it will station in the red station. It will park on the red station. So this is the second lap, and yeah, this is just to demonstrate that you can do anything with this. You could send the minecarts to go to a specific station, get loaded with items, then go to a different station. So I could, well, the server is a little bit laggy, unfortunately, and now it's going to park on the red station. So I could have this go on the red station, get the minecart filled with items on, I don't know, maybe from a witch farm, and then have it go to the yellow station and deliver all the things, and then go back to the blue station just by placing items inside this thing. And then yeah, it's pretty cool. There is also a prototype for the $sign door, I think, down here. Yeah, I made a few prototypes. Here you can see some of the shapes that I tried before for the door. Weird shapes, but interesting shapes. This is supposed to be a 6 high, really symmetric, and this is a really small one. and this is the original $ thing. The design itself was actually made by someone, I can't remember the name, I think Stevenson. Was posted on Twitter, but I can't remember the name of the person to credit. So yeah, we tried to make the redstone around it, but the original design for the $ door was not made by me or Spacewalker. And yeah, this is my prototype, the first one I made. $ here is pretty much seamless. It's just a prototype, guys. Come on. This is how it opens. Yeah, and then you would have the concrete or sand here at the floor level. I use a simple quadruple extender in here that I designed a couple of years ago. And the floor would be seamless as well because I designed this, so it would have solid blocks in there. I created this thing that can swap the blocks on the floor. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and as you can see, the floor is completely switched. Now I can post this 7 more times, and then it's going to be restored. And then for closing, I just use a simple piston worm there. Yeah, just like this. So yeah, the reason it's not on Hermitcraft is because I didn't know Dock didn't have space underneath it, so a vertical design wasn't really an option. So yeah, luckily Spacewalker did an excellent job fixing this. There are some designs here, like we tried so many different designs. I think even Ilmango hopped on the server and tried some things with flying machines that you can see around here. He made this interesting sand thing using leaf technology. Let's maybe place a block here. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so this is where I originally created the song that I featured a few weeks ago. So I press the button. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to hear the song properly because the server is really lagging for me. Yeah, ping is low. Yeah, but you can hear this in single player. And the redstone is really simple. Down here just have a really simple repeatable pattern of observers, and then you can have different blocks in here, so you can have different instruments. And I think that the final effect is really cool because you have a flat floor, really dense, and all the notes work, which is really cool. Yeah, it's kind of fragile because someone can basically click here by mistake, and then the entire song is going to be ruined. Yeah, it's going to be a pain to fix. I also added these interesting devices here on the sides, and those allow you to basically start the song from any point. So if I hit this repeater, for instance, the song starts from here. Yeah, this is the pumpkin farm used by Cubfan as well. I really love this design. Like, I made this some time ago, and wow, it's totally... I thought it wasn't possible to make in the beginning, but then, well, very few things are not possible to do in Minecraft these days. What else? I don't think we have a lot more stuff that is interesting in here. I have worked very little in this place, very recent. So let's move on to the other server.